James Menzies, the editor of Truck News of the Natural Gas Vehicles Canada Conference, and I'm joined now by Doug Sutherland of Sutco Transportation. Doug, we've heard from a lot of large fleets that are using natural gas, and you bring a different perspective because you have rather small fleets. So tell us a little bit about your experience with natural gas trucks.
Well, James, we're 80 trucks, and at the time we made the move, we were 60 trucks, and we went with 6, so 10% of our fleet. And with a lot of due diligence going into it, I think it's been very successful. I think the hardest work is at the beginning, making sure all your partners are in place, all your people that can support you, and then now, believe it or not, it's been pretty seamless. It's no different than a diesel truck.
Okay, and drivers like it?
You know what? I think the buy-in's important. We made sure we launched it right. We had a big, we had a kickoff at Kenworth. We had our partners there from Westport to E&N to Fortis BC. We had a lunch with the drivers. We trained them. We educated them. So they bought in. They bought in right off the start. And hey, you have a truck that's a lot quieter. So at the end of the day, you know, it's not quite as rattling all day long. And yeah, it's been a huge success with our drivers.
Now, you went with a 15-liter Westport LNG engine. Tell us a little bit about what that fueling has entailed.
What it is naturally the CNG is really accessible anywhere. So the LNG they had in the fueling station was the big key. So getting the players in place there. But for fueling up, we're probably 10 to 13 minutes to fuel up, which isn't that far off diesel, so it doesn't throw us off, and our cycle times is important. We run 23 hours a day with these shifts. So it hasn't been that much different, and our fueling is right off our main corridor, so we're not losing any time with that either. So it's been pretty seamless, the fueling.
What kind of payloads are you pulling with that, and what kind of product and what kind of payloads are you pulling with that engine?
We're max weights. We're 63,500. You know, almost 140,000 pounds. So, and we're pulling through mountain passes. We're throwing up to Coquihalla. So we're pushing that engine as far as you can push an engine, and we're losing maybe a half a gear on the way up, and the down your whole back's about the same. You lose slightly, but in comparison to fuel savings of a 13-liter engine, we're finding more power, more torque with it.
Okay. Now, you're pushing that engine to its limit. Clearly, a 12-liter is not sufficient enough for your application. Are you hopeful that there's going to be another 15-liter that comes online eventually?
We're extremely hopeful. We believe in natural gas for transportation in a big way, and I think as a small company getting involved early, we have that belief, and we need the engine. We need the OEMs to step up, but we need someone to step up with an engine, and we'll continue to move forward.
Seems to be the message we're hearing here today. And now, from your discussions with other fleets and suppliers, you still optimistic about the future of natural gas for transportation?
Yes, I am, and I think there's a lot of successful fleets in different applications right now that are working. I think from the 15-liter heavy-duty side, we just need someone to come to the table, and I think there's enough evidence out there with some great companies that are running them right now, large fleets that have a lot of experience in it. I think it lets a lot of us look at them and go, okay, what issues are they dealing with? Are they still buying trucks? And they've moved forward. So I believe in watching what they're doing, and we bring an engine to the market, and I think they'll continue to be a good momentum for the industry.